You think God is not waiting for you to get everything in order. No, He's not watching from a distance, and He's not measuring your failures. The belief that you have to clean yourself up before you come to Him is one of the oldest misunderstandings there is. Because when God came near, He chose the lowest place. Not a palace, not a temple, a barn. And that single choice tells the whole story. God meets you in the mess you are trying to hide. Let's talk about what actually happened that night. Because somewhere along the way, we made Christmas pretty. Soft lights, gentle music, cozy vibes. That's not what it was. Bethlehem was a mess. A Roman census had just been announced. Everyone flooding back to their hometown, streets packed, no space anywhere. Mary is 9 months pregnant, maybe already in labor, and they're knocking on doors. Do you have room? Sorry, we're full. Anywhere at all? Try down the street. Every single door closed. So Joseph, faithful, desperate Joseph, finds the only place left. A cave, where they kept animals. Not a quaint little stable, a cave, with livestock, and everything that comes with that. That's it. That's the option. Jesus is born there. No hospital, no doctor, no midwife, no clean sheets, no warm lights. Mary wraps Him in cloth, lays Him in a feeding trough meant for animals. Not because it's symbolic, not because it's poetic, because there's literally nothing else. The God of the universe enters the world in complete chaos. Let that sink in. Luke writes one simple line. There was no room for them in the inn. No room. No room for a woman in labor. No room for a desperate couple. No room for God Himself. Think about that for a second. The creator of everything shows up, and the world says, sorry, we're full. And here's what gets me. God could have planned this differently. He had all of eternity to work with, all the power in the universe. He could have arranged a palace. He could have sent Jesus to royalty. He could have made sure everything was perfect. But He didn't. He chose this: the rejection, the closed doors, the mess, the chaos. Why? Because from day one, God is showing you something crucial. He doesn't need your life to be perfect to show up. Never has. Never will. And you know what? This isn't just a Christmas thing. This is how God has always worked. Look at David, the youngest son, forgotten, out watching sheep while his brothers meet the prophet. God picks him to be king. Look at Gideon, hiding in a wine press, terrified. God, you've got the wrong guy. God picks him to lead an army. Look at Moses, a fugitive, can't speak well, full of excuses, arguing with God at a burning bush. God picks him to free a nation. See the pattern? God keeps choosing people who feel unqualified, people who don't have it together. Paul explains it like this: God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, the weak things to shame the strong. Why? Because when God works through weakness, there's no confusion about where the power comes from. If Jesus was born in Caesar's palace, we'd credit the palace. If He was born to royalty, we'd credit the bloodline. But a manger? A feeding trough in a cave? That's pure God. No mistaking it. No question who did this. So Jesus is born in this cave. Middle of the night, the town is asleep. And outside the city, shepherds are working the night shift. Quick thing about shepherds back then. They weren't respected. They were considered unclean. By religious law, they couldn't enter the temple. Social outcasts. The nobodies. And they're the first ones God tells. An angel tears open the sky and says, "Don't be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy. Today a Savior has been born to you." Then suddenly, the entire sky erupts with angels. Can you imagine? God doesn't go to the priests first. He doesn't go to the scholars. He doesn't go to the powerful. He goes to the lowly. The respectable world shut its doors. But the low place? It made room. Why? Because God often reveals himself where pride can't survive, where all you can do is show up as you are. So let me ask you something. Where's your manger right now? What part of your life feels messy, chaotic, broken, the part you don't talk about, the struggle you're trying to fix on your own before you even pray about it? Maybe it's a relationship that's falling apart and you don't know how to save it. Maybe it's an addiction you keep fighting and keep losing to. Maybe it's doubt that's eating at you, but you're afraid to say it out loud. Maybe it's a mistake you made that you can't forgive yourself for. That place where you whisper, "Once I get this together, then I can talk to God." Listen to me. Christmas destroys that lie. God didn't wait for the world to clean itself up. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He stepped right into the mess. There's a verse in 2 Corinthians. "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Not after you're strong. Not when you finally have it together. In the weakness itself. The manger is living proof. God isn't afraid of your mess. He isn't intimidated by your chaos. He's not standing at a distance, waiting for you to clean up. He's moving toward you. Right now, in the broken places. So here's what Christmas is really asking you today. Not, can you be perfect? Not, can you fix yourself first? Just this, can you make room? Room in your heart, room in the pain, room in the mess, room in the places you've been trying to hide from God. Because here's the truth. God isn't far away, waiting for you to impress him. He's not checking off a list of requirements. He's already here. The same God who chose a feeding trough over a throne. The same God who picked a cave over a palace. He's willing to meet you exactly where you are. Not when you're fixed. Not when you're polished. Not when you finally feel worthy. Right now. If God could begin the salvation of the entire world in a place meant for animals, if he could start the greatest rescue mission in history in complete chaos, he can absolutely begin something holy in your life. You are not too broken. You are not too messy. You are not disqualified. The manger declares it. This is where God begins. So tonight, wherever you are, whatever you're carrying, God doesn't wait for perfect. He shows up in the mess. He's not asking you to be ready. He's just asking you to make room. And when you do, he'll meet you there, just like he did on that first Christmas night. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
If this story of faith and purpose spoke to your heart, we would love to hear from you. Leave a comment, share your thoughts, and let others feel encouraged too. And if you want more stories that lift your spirit and strengthen your faith, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Together, let's spread hope.